G'day, today I'm off to Bahrain. 2 flights, 2 different airlines and 2 completely different business class cabins, and you're coming with me. This is my first flight in 62 days. I've been home in Western Australia and spending a little bit of time out on the water. And even tried my hand at skeet shooting. This is at the Pegasus Gun Club in Lancelin. It's a pretty down-to-earth gun club, and there are 2 little thingos here full of clay pigeons for me to have a crack at. Well, I got one!
Hey, well done.
I don't think I'm going to win any awards shooting, but it's certainly been a fun morning out here in Lancelin. For those of you who don't follow me, I'm an F1 photographer and I spend most of my year travelling. This is the first of probably 66 flights. It's Thai Airways on a Boeing 787-800 direct to Bangkok, and then I've got 4 hours on the ground before heading to Bahrain, which is where 3 days of pre-season testing takes place. Now, this plane today is about 10.5 years old. It has 24 business class and 240 in economy. I popped into the Air New Zealand lounge for a quick snack, but you're not allowed a video in there. They're quite precious. Apparently they only want people seeing it when it's in its pristine condition and posed up for pictures. Well, I'm safely on board in 1A, and it's an okay seat. It's separated a little bit from the person next to me. There is a small divider. There's a smallish screen in front of me, a little parcel shelf, a spot for my legs to go, and then a little bit of storage just underneath. And when we got on, plenty of bedding on the seat, including the amenities kit, which I'll go through in a little while. Well, boarding was very quick, and they're just about to shut the doors. Piper Heidsieck was the champagne on offer today, and I said yes to that. And then we're offered a bottle of water, which is cold, and now we're getting our order taken for food and beverages once we get up and running. Cheers everybody, this is my first of many flights for season 2025 of Formula One. Now for main course I chose the beef, and it was surprisingly good. Well cooked, great sauce, delightful mashed potatoes and some lovely vegetables. I expected a lot less, so I was pleasantly surprised, and still we've got dessert coming and then another smaller meal just prior to us landing. Now I've been told I have to try the special spritz cocktail called the Rose of the Royal Voyage. That's what it looks like. It's not for me. Now, just a couple of minutes ago, I finished my dessert, which was a raspberry and coconut mousse dome with caramel crunchy pearls. Now, I wasn't a fan of that, but I love the premium cheeses. In particular, the tomato chutney from Beerenberg, which is from South Australia, where I was born. Now, wine-wise, there's a great selection on board, plus plenty of spirits. I started off with the French champagne. It does say in the menu, Laurent Perrier, but today they substituted the Heidsieck, which is perfectly fine. And if you're partial to a cognac, you'll be happy to know that's provided on board too. We've been going a bit more than 5.5 hours, now landing in 25 minutes, and I must say the seat has been a lot better than I thought, because I thought this was a sit-up. Indeed, it lies fully flat, and while the seat's a little bit narrow, the mattress is excellent. Yes, the seat has power, both 240 volt and USB. Controls are over here. And while there's not a huge selection of movies, there's certainly enough for someone, unless you're going every week or so with this airline. But I watched 2 movies, Sight and Reawakening. I recommend both of them highly, although the controls in the seat for the in-flight entertainment system is in an awkward spot, and you bump it quite often, so you're constantly having to reset it. Well, that was an enjoyable flight, much better than I thought. Lovely food. In fact, I didn't give you my rating for the beef. I'm gonna give that 7.8 out of 10. I'd go again on that, but lovely staff, really warm and friendly and happy to help out. I'd travel that again. Now, to get to a lounge or two, I think I've got a couple of options here, and then it's off to Bahrain. Connecting to my next flight's pretty simple. Came up the escalator, did security, and now I'm off to find the Miracle Lounge. It's open to me, being a Gulf Air passenger, but if you're a priority pass holder, you can also use this lounge, but there's nothing miraculous about it. Food-wise, yeah, very ordinary. A range of soft drinks and some beers in a fridge, and a very sparse selection of spirits and wine. There are plenty of tables and seats. And if you're lucky, you'll find yourself a table near a PowerPoint. But they look like they need a good bloody clean, to be honest. That said, I've got another 3 hours to revel in this luxuriousness. Well, I thought the amenities pack was well above average. Lip balm, moisturiser, toothbrush and toothpaste, earplugs and a biodegradable shoehorn. Socks, nice eye mask. The thing I liked the most was this little scent, which is not really a perfume, it's just some relaxing thing that you can put underneath your nose. It's eucalyptus and peppermint. I loved it. And it's all in a nice Jim Thompson bag. This ranks above Qantas, but below Qatar and Emirates. Let me give you an idea of the cost of this flight. It was 3,850 Aussie, which is about 2,440 US. And that's me booking, I don't know, 6 months ago. If I'd booked a week ago, it would have been 30% more. In total, it's 13 and a half hours in the air, works out at about 180 US an hour, and the whole trip takes 18 and a half hours. If I wanted to, I could have saved 3 hours and gone Qantas or Emirates. It's still a one-stopper, but it works out at 5,400 US. So effectively, I'm saving a little over 3,000 US dollars by spending an extra 3 hours and coming this route. Is it worth it? Yeah. I wasn't in a rush, so it made sense to save the money. And I got to experience Thai Airways, which is something I haven't done for a good 20 years. Well, I'm safely ensconced in seat 1A for this 7-hour and 30-minute journey to Bahrain. This is an interesting cabin. It's in a 222 configuration. Now I've got the window here, but I'm completely separated from the person in 1C. This is certainly better than the last flight with Thai in terms of configuration, but nowhere near as good as a 121. I can tell you that this seat has a narrower foot end than the one next to me, but I prefer the window rather than the aisle and the wider foot section. Seat-wise, a little bit wider than the last seat. All the seat controls are here on my left. On my right, there are some more controls here for the cabin, including a Do Not Disturb sign. There's a tray table that pulls out of here, USB and 240-volt power down here, a remote control for the entertainment system on my right, but there is virtually no storage in this suite. Of course, you can stick it on the ground, and there's a very small section down here where I've jammed a blanket in. Now, I'm on my way to F1 pre-season testing in Bahrain. 3 days of testing. 2 Australians are going to be there, Jack Doohan and Oscar Piastri. And in fact, Oscar Piastri has his own hamburger named after him. And I tried it out last week in Perth at Grilled, which is a burger joint, national burger joint. And today I'm going to have a special burger with an F1 theme. Hi, can I have 2 of these Oscar Piastri burgers, please?
Yes, you can.
This is the Oscar Piastri Wagyu burger. And look at the seeds, papaya yellow.
The chipotle mayo has been dyed so it's bright orange and really gives it an extra wow factor on the appearance.
First taste. I love it. I think they've got a winner here, and I'm sure Oscar's getting a couple of bucks out of each burger, so good on you, Oscar. I'll give it 8.1 out of 10. Well, we've just been served a cold towel, and I have a glass of champagne coming up. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I will tell you the moment that I know. Bubbly and cold, it's the best I can do for you as a description. Right, let's have a look. What was in this kit, amenities kit? A comb, dental kit, some mouthwash, lip balm, earplugs, a smaller tube of moisturiser than the last flight, socks and an eye mask. Now I've just found the fragrance. It's a light, fruity one. I don't love it. It's not as good as my favourite 34 by Diptyque, which I get on not all but many of the Qatar flights. This is from a company called THANN. Maybe you know them, but still, it's a nice touch. Very few airlines offer fragrances in their amenities kit, and it's always welcome. Well, dinner's finally been served, and we're starting off with a prawn and mango salad. And it's a little unusual because most airlines will serve you a meal within the first hour, but this has been nearly 2 hours. And wine-wise, what are the options? Take your pick. And I finished off the meal with a lemon tart, which was so-so. Now, we're going to have a snooze. No mattress, unfortunately, on this flight. Oh, and I also noticed on the menu that they don't have any Coke. Instead, they are a Pepsi airline. Well, good people, about half an hour away from landing, and so far I've been going, I left home about 21 hours ago. Probably got another hour to 90 minutes before I get to my hotel room. But good flight, nice food. Good service, comfortable seat, although I think it really does need a mattress. You put a mattress on this seat, even just a thin one like we had on the last flight, I think it really ups the ante. We are here in Bahrain. I imagine this will be pretty quick through immigration. Normally they have people waiting for us in a special F1 lane, which is always welcomed. That is me.
That's you.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Well, through immigration, took about a minute, that was good, and then through security. And I always get excited here when they see cameras and they put these little yellow zip ties around my luggage, which means that I'll get gone through, but it should be just a minor inconvenience. We've filled in all our forms, which is a detailed manifest of what I'm carrying, and I imagine I'll be out grabbing a taxi very shortly. Took about 4 minutes to get through that customs check there. They took my passport, they went back to their little office and had a look through some paperwork, and they wanted to see my cameras. That's really all they were interested in. Showed them my 3 cameras, and 4 minutes later, I'm out here. 21 degrees outside. Hardly any flights here. It's a really calm and lovely airport now. It's off in a taxi to my hotel. I've come out here to grab a taxi and the gentleman have escorted me, and I said, well, on the meter, because I don't want to get stung. And they said, no need. And I've got this. This is great. Thank you. Okay, ciao.
You're welcome, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Good to see you, my friend. I don't get this in too many other countries, this sort of service, so thank you to the organiser here of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Well guys, I've been here a day and I've had a chance to think about both of those flights, which were above average, really quite enjoyable flying. And if I was faced with the choice of that Thai flight compared with the Gulf flight, I'd go with Gulf Air. I just think the privacy of that suite made a heck of a difference. Now, if you love travel, and Formula One for that matter, I'm producing lots of content this year. I've ramped things up big time, and I'd love to have you along. So please make sure you subscribe, because a lot of you aren't. And at the very least, could you please like this video? Thanks for watching, and
Stay passionate.
oh, I'm in 14A. What's this one?
This one is 11.
Right, let me move.